How to fill your paths in Affinity Designer with something more interesting than a solid colour and a basic gradient. What you can use is the Layers panel. The Layers panel is super useful for creating all kinds of different designs with gradients, with groups and symbols, so it's live. The key panels for this: Appearance, Colour, Layers, Navigator and Symbols, and they can all be found in the View menu and Studio. Once you've got that, create a rectangle. This rectangle is going to be a container for this design here. This rectangle, they're all just created by using the rectangle tool. Once you've done that, turn this design into a symbol. Just go over here to create, there's symbols there, create, and you can see it's quickly added there. You can modify this at a later point as well. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut and paste this design. So edit and go down to cut and then edit, paste inside. That's the key one. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate this design. I'm just going to add it all the way across. Hold down the Alt or Option key and duplicate the design. Just drag and you can then create multiple. They're all exactly the same. Any change you make to this design will be changed in all of the others. You can see over here, if I just expand out, you've got rectangle. I can change the colour. I can go over here, fill, and maybe go and make it blue, and the whole thing will change. Now it's not very exciting at this point, but what you can do, you can go and maybe select a gradient. So select a gradient, add some additional stops. So maybe make it a bit more colourful than that. You can add a whole load of different colours, maybe black, and so on and so on. Also what you can do, you can go up here with the type, go for elliptical, radial, and you can change all those things. Just go to the gradient tool and you can see then you've got the gradient and you can access the design and you can just modify that. You can tweak that, rotate it, and you can see the design changes for all of the symbols. But what you can also do, you can also just group all these. So I'm just going to quickly select all of those symbols. So all those symbols are selected now. Right click and then you go down to group. All in a group. And then we can duplicate that group. So right click again and duplicate. So you've got two now, two entries. That one's selected. I can rotate this design. What you can also do, you can go up here and you can change blending mode. So maybe go for darken, multiply, colour burn, maybe go for difference, whole range of different designs. So colour burn, let's just go for colour burn. But also what you can do, you can still modify that gradient. So you can just go there, select there, go to the rectangle. That's the key thing, just go to the rectangle, not the symbol, but the rectangle. And then go to the gradient tool and you can see the gradient tool becomes accessible again and you can then modify that design and just change that in all kinds of different ways. Resize that. And also if you decide, you know what, I don't like that, I'm just going to go for that group, I'm not going to go for colour burn, I'm going to go for difference. You can change that as well. And again, go back to any of the rectangles, it doesn't matter. All of the changes to that rectangle will be changed to the others. And you can then change that. And again, if you want, go up here and you can just add some more stops. Go and click, maybe go for blue. And so on and so on. So you can make a very complex design just down here, which can be altered. Also what you can do, you've got an option here, radial, elliptical, so you can change that. You can also go for conical, which maybe is not so great, but you can also go for bitmap. So you can select bitmap. What happens then, you get access to a file. So you can go and say maybe a JPEG, click there, and that JPEG is added there. And you can see then you've got your design, and of course you can resize it. Create all kinds of very unusual designs simply by rotating that design around that and scaling, and you can change the scale of that one different to that one. You can also modify the rectangle. Don't have to keep the rectangle. Convert to curves, and then you can go to the node tool and you can tweak it, just change it, and you can see by altering it that you can see you can create different designs within that, maybe add additional points or curves. Whole range of different abstract designs can be quickly created simply by just changing that and adding additional points. And of course what you can also do, you don't have to have just one symbol. You could bring in multiple symbols into this design. So or maybe multiple shapes. So you've got here, got the symbol. You can also of course add additional designs into that. So maybe you think, oh, you know what, I wouldn't mind a circle. So I'm just going to quickly add a circle there. So just quickly create a circle. Well, of course, at the moment, it's outside. You can't see it. which is not much use. However, what you can do, you can always drag it. And you see when you drag it, you've got it dragged in there. Now at the moment, it's only just part of the group. That's not going to be any use. What you want is it to be part of the symbol. But you can simply drag into the symbol. And then you can see what happens. You've got this design now in there, in that symbol. You've got the symbol there and the symbol there. They've all got that ellipse. Obviously, in some cases, you just can't see it. But the symbol design is there, and you can use this to build up whole loads of more complex designs than this. And of course, I've used that symbol. You decide, you know what, I don't like that symbol. You can always remove it. So it doesn't exist at all. That symbol is back to, and they're all removed at the same time. You can also delete it as well. Simply select it and just delete that symbol. So straight away, you're back to before. So you can see you can change it. It's not cast in stone. Hope you found this tutorial of interest. Thank you much.